There is a lot of men who is sorry, but they're weak and they want quick result and easy result with no efforts. I personally think that if man really like woman and he easily give up on her because she didn't send him reply, it shows man weakness. Imagine man who went for hunting and walk in the forest for 20 minutes and give up because it's just too hard, you know? This quality of Western man drives Ukrainian women nuts. Hi, my name is Anna. I'm an international matchmaker, and observing couples and what they're struggling with, I'm seeing common feature that leads always Western man to failure. And the purpose of this video, not just to name it, but explain you why you will be failing again and again doing some things or presenting yourself this way to Ukrainian women. And deep core why Western men behave this way is just because differences that we experience in a dating culture in the West and Slavic countries. Being myself Ukrainian woman, spent most of my life in Ukraine and living now for some time in the Western countries, I see how different women here. Western women, they are very confident. They translated this confident. They translated independence. You know, I'm seeing so many times that Western men offered in a shop, you know, when she tried to carry something heavy, she's rejecting. She said, no, I can take care about this, don't need, thank you, which will be very different in my country. If a woman would offer help, she will be very grateful and happy to accept. And women here more initiative in a part of relationship. They're more straight, and if they like someone, they would be more active in pursuing men, which is very different in a Slavic country. The core who women are, how they present themselves, Slavic women, they're more fearful. And if you will analyze why, there is a very understanding explanation to that. A lot of women were suffering in a domestic abuse. It's a country where there is no government protection, no mechanism that would protect you from this. And so when they date a new man, the dynamic is much slower and they opens up much slower because I don't want to go through such an experience again. Another reason, there is a lot of non-serious men coming to Ukraine, sex tourists, or those men who actually never come to Ukraine, you know, those who just, what it calls keyword warriors, you know, they just chat for years and they never actually take action to come and see her and meet in real life. Some women learn in hard way, being in a relationship for 1 year, giving up on idea ever meet this man. They now don't trust anymore your words. They want to understand if this is real. And this is very common perception of Slavic women when they meet foreigner and start communicate with him in distance. If there is any chance that I will meet you for real, or will be online romance, which is she's not interested in. A lot of Ukrainian or Slavic women who start relationship with a foreigner in distance, they perceive this relationship very illusional until the moment they actually meet man. And I always advise our clients to, when you start a relationship with Slavic woman and you know approximately dates that will be possible for you to travel, so you tell her, you know, that's my intent to come, so she knows what to hold on, you know, she understand, okay, we're now building something, but this is real, I can, you know, expect to meet him, and then she will be more open for distance communication. And ideally this term will be not like in 1 year or half a year, but something like within 3 months after you start communicate, at the most, ideally 1 month. And in reality, since war started in Ukraine and women lose any stability and now all world shaking, they kind of don't have this extra energy, extra time, you know, working now in several jobs to invest in some delusional projects. So they've become very frugal and pragmatic there with their time investment. The only who always will be talking to you, those who is working employee in pay per letter website non-stop day and night. And this feels totally different, but this is nothing about real relationship. Let's come back to fundamental thing. It's a traditional culture where women want man to conquer her. Now, keeping in mind her fears that you will be one of those men who will be keyboard warrior who will never show up. This is one scenario. Another scenario, you show up and want sex, and that's, everything you're interested in. She has these fears of yours. And now, looking at those factors, she's looking if you're doing any actions towards winning her heart. And I'm saying actions, not words, not thousands of words, verbal diarrhea that happen to a lot of Western men. He's sending her one message, she's not replying, he's again doing this. In just words, you come across as a very needy man. And even if she's replying to you, I'm just overloaded right now. What you will do, this is her test to see if she actually associated with any value to you, If you can understand that she's overloaded now and postponed your active communication for some time, will you easily give up on her, like sex stories, you're not available, I'm running after another skirt. If Joe would show me just, several messages and then decided to pursue other girl because I was not actively replying, I wouldn't be standing here, wouldn't be married now to him, because I was not actively replying to him, and this was my way to see what's he's hunting for, if I'm really valuable for him, or I'm just one of many options that he has living in Ukraine, And then she's looking, if you do something more than just words, for example, sending her flowers, it's a great way to break the ice, and it's a small action that in her physical world represents you and your desire to build romance with you. And I know a lot of guys, even talking for 3 months, don't do this, knowing this about Slavic women, And what I'm observing, if Western man doesn't have a lot of engagement from her side, he's like, oh, she's not interested, because he's comparing dynamic of relationship in the West, which is not true and not the case. What she's doing, she just moves cautiously, and on this way she's seeing you in different situations, your reaction, If you're not able to understand she's now overloaded and wait for her, and that's your attitude next, what quality of marriage you can expect. And now we come into this feature. Its feature calls patience. And I do believe that any successful marriage requires a lot of patience from each other, and flexibility, and being open-minded, especially if you have international marriage and you come from a very different background. And if there is no patience in relationship at this stage, why it would appear later? If you make decision, okay, she's not replying, let's move on with another interaction. Slavic women mindset, it's not much different from one to another. You see, it's not you who moved to her country. It's her potentially will be moving to you. So who you think will be doing more testing? I mean, you both guys have a lot of fears, but trust me, she is a woman, feminine woman, live in a high fearful mode, understanding that she have to give up on her life and what level of trust she need to have to you. She need to see in very different situations, I personally think that if man really like woman and he easily give up on her because she didn't send him reply, it shows man weakness. Because strong man, he's just, have strong, powerful goals, and he's finding force within himself to follow this path, and it's not easy, right? There is a lot of men who is, sorry if it hurts your ears, but they're weak and they want quick result and easy result, with no efforts. You can get quick result on paper letter website, engagement. But what is quality of engagement? This is engagement when you pay money and somebody talking to your employee, you understand? This is quality of engagement that you have. Imagine a man who went for hunting and walk in the forest for 20 minutes and give up because, it's just too hard, That's how you behave as a woman, not getting quick result. Or men who come for fishing and in 15 minutes should get fish, otherwise there is no purpose to sit there. This quality of yours, to be patient and persistent with your actions, I think it's a key to man's success. And I think man can do this when he really like woman. And this mindset of Western men that, oh, there's so many beautiful Slavic women, and like, if this is what doesn't work, I will go to another. You will be easily giving up on every relationship that you have simply because you cannot focus. And it's just the same like in business. If you cannot focus, you cannot achieve result. If you just start to do something and then it's not working, you change what? Niche that you work in, other business. No, it's just the same. I get you guys. Sometimes it's hard to figure out if this is fear wall that you through time and action try to break through, or she really don't have interest in you. And if it sometime happen and you really put efforts, not only blah 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 efforts, but some action that you've done, and you still feel she's cold, you can invite her in a direct conversation, asking open questions, what she feels about you, if she's seeing future with you, and if her responses will be yes, but I need more time, I need to see you, they will have some reflection of her fears, and like she's moving at her own speed. You just take more time to build them. But if she tell you, sorry, I just see it's not gonna work, because it can be her answer, then of course there is nothing to save and you need to move on. But you cannot do this after like one Zoom date in 1 week. Do you see a future with me? No, it's just only time show. But you see these fans around her caused by experiences that I explained you before. It's breaking down, at its own speed. And you can really know person only in time. And what Slavic women focusing on, mostly looking into your actions rather than your words. And actions can be very different. For example, showing her compassion and understanding and willingness to wait, patient. This is also your action. Because in reality, time factor, how long she's been with you in relationship and going through different things that happen in your life. How would you react? That's what gives you understanding. Who are you? It's much easier for her to understand Ukrainian person because this is her country. She knows much more, for verifying. But when it's come to dating worldwide, it's not only another person from another culture, it's also another country, different laws, and there is a lot of fears around this topic. And of course she understands, first you build relationship, then when she will move to you, there is a lot of integration and a lot of patience and understanding and support from men required, so she will not be alone in this journey. And if she doesn't see this patience now, why all of a sudden you will show and demonstrate this quality of yours when she will be with you in your country? Maybe you didn't like one thing and she all of a sudden will be out on the street. That's big fears of hers. So guys, I've done my best to put yourself in her shoes to explain why being patient is so important in your international relationship. If for you not having message from her immediately a deal breaker, how she can be safe developing relationship and big future with you guys? She's watching you and she's making big conclusions from small things that she see from you. And you know what? Most of those conclusions are very true. If you are a real man and want a real woman, we will be happy to see you on our free matchmaking consultation, where we will answer all your questions. It's kind of a post-wise interview where we want to see who you're looking for and if you're able to help you. And also guys, I just remind you that I have my Telegram group and I invite you to join me. It's a big resource for me to get my inspiration and understand what specifically you're struggling with. It's the easiest and fastest way to reach out to me personally. Just scan this bar and download app Telegram and I'll see you there. Happy holidays to you. I wish all your dreams come true this new year, and if one of your dreams to meet quality woman, your soulmate, to fall in love, we will be happy to help you. See you in my upcoming episodes. Bye bye for now.